The day everything changed. The Galactic Assembly Hall, an ancient, planet-sized structure floating above the star Orithcal, had witnessed thousands of political storms. But never had it faced a silence so heavy that even the automated recording drones slowed their rotations. The humans were arriving. For decades, humanity had been a part of the assembly, but never fully accepted. Their rise had been meteoric: warp travel in a century, exploration fleets in 2, defense treaties in 3. Most species took millennia to accomplish half as much. The giants of the galaxy whispered about humans as if they were a growing wildfire, unpredictable, too fast, too passionate, and too dangerous. Today was supposed to be a day of unity, a celebration of peace between the star nations. Instead, it became a turning point the galaxy would remember with dread. The humans walked in as a unified delegation: 12 ambassadors, soldiers, scientists, diplomats. Their leader was Ambassador Jonas Hale, a tall man with silver hair and sharp eyes that carried a storm behind them. He bowed politely before the assembly. "Thank you for hearing us." But the atmosphere was already poisoned. The triumvirate species, Volati, Draxian, and Cathari, sat high above the chamber, looming like judgmental gods. They had prepared a motion behind closed doors, a motion meant to humble humanity. Ambassador Hale felt it the moment he stepped in. Something was wrong. The accusation. Archon Seravel of the Volati stood, her crystalline body shimmering with superiority. "Assembly members," she said, "we must address the violent expansion and destabilizing nature of the human species." Jonas's jaw tightened. The Archon continued. "In the past century, humans have colonized 7 systems without permission, intervened in 3 border conflicts, and militarized more space than any other species here." The Draxian overlord slammed a clawed fist onto his podium, making the metal warp. "Humans do not respect boundaries. They spread. They infect. They bring war wherever they go." Jonas stood still, hands clasped behind him. But every human delegate felt their blood rise. The Cathari mystic chimed in, her voice melodic yet venomous. "They pretend to be allies, but they seek dominance. We vote today to place humanity under supervised development, stripping them of military authority and expanding exploration rights." A stunned silence fell. Supervised development was an insult only imposed on species too primitive or too violent to be trusted. Around the hall, hundreds of species watched with cold curiosity. Some with fear, others with satisfaction. The Archon asked, "Does humanity wish to respond?" Jonas stepped forward. He spoke calmly, but his voice carried across the room like a warning siren. "Everything you accuse us of, we have done to survive." The assembly murmured. Jonas continued. "We colonized unclaimed systems because Earth is dying. We intervened in conflicts because our allies begged for help. We built defenses because you," he pointed not aggressively but with precision, "have invaded us twice." The Draxian growled. "You fired first." "We fired second," Jonas corrected. "You just lie faster." The Volati Archon hissed, "You dare insult the triumvirate." Jonas leaned forward. "You asked for honesty. Humans don't sugarcoat survival." Middle, the secret revealed. The assembly speaker struck the floor with a sonic gavel. "Ambassador Hale, the vote will continue. Humanity is too dangerous, too impulsive, too emotional. We cannot allow you unfettered freedom." Jonas inhaled. Slow. Controlled. Then he tapped his wrist device. A hologram exploded above the humans, massive, blinding, unavoidable. It showed a fleet. Not a human fleet. Not a triumvirate fleet, but an unknown armada, metallic and silent, drifting just beyond assembly borders. The galaxy froze. Jonas spoke evenly. These ships appeared on our sensors 6 months ago. They do not match any known star nation. They do not respond to transmissions. They do not acknowledge warnings. The hologram zoomed in on their hull markings, ancient sigils, twisted shapes that seemed to shift when viewed directly. A chill swept the hall. We tried to inform the triumvirate, Jonas said. We were ignored. The Draxian overlord slammed his fist again. This is human fabrication. Jonas tapped again. A second hologram appeared. Raw footage. A Cathari research outpost disintegrating under a beam of white fire. A Volati station breaking apart silently in space. A Draxian warship, shattered like glass. These attacks happened on your borders, Jonas said quietly. But you blamed us. The hall fell into complete, suffocating silence. For the first time, the triumvirate looked uncertain. Jonas turned to the assembly. Humanity did not spread to conquer. We spread to prepare. We saw the storm coming before any of you. We built defenses not to threaten you, but to survive what is coming. The Volati Archon whispered, suddenly rattled. What are those ships? Jonas looked right at her. We call them the Nullborn. Our scientists think they wipe out entire life systems. They left ruins across 3 galaxies. And now they are here. The assembly shook with murmurs of fear. Jonas raised his hands. And this is the moment you choose to cripple humanity. The walkout, the moment the galaxy trembled. The speaker tried to regain control. The vote must continue. Jonas turned away. No, he said, voice low but powerful. Humanity will not be judged by a council too afraid to see the truth. He looked to his delegation. Humans, we're leaving. A gasp rippled across the room. You cannot leave, the Draxian roared. This assembly binds all member species. Jonas didn't turn back. It binds those who still have faith in it. One by one, the human ambassadors stepped away from their podiums and walked toward the exit bridge. Each step echoed like a war drum. The assembly erupted. You dare walk out. This is treason. Humanity is declaring war. Stop them. Guards. Jonas paused at the center of the bridge. He turned, face unreadable. Make no mistake. Humanity does not want war, but we won't be your scapegoats while extinction comes knocking. He raised a hand. The lights across the hall flickered. Every human ship orbiting above the assembly powered up simultaneously. Red, blue, and white thrusters lit from the void like burning resolve. The humans had come prepared. Jonas looked at the panicked council. You fear us? Fine. Fear us. But know this, while you argue and point fingers, we will fight. And if we win, we won't forget who stood with us and who tried to chain us. The last word echoed. Choose your future wisely. Then he turned and walked out. The entire human delegation followed him. And the galaxy watched in horror. Ending, the consequences. Back in orbit, aboard the human flagship Resolute, Jonas stood before his crew. Transmit the message, he ordered. The comms officer nodded and sent a single, galaxy-shaking broadcast. Humanity withdraws from the Galactic Assembly. Effective immediately. We will face the Nullborn alone if we must. For a moment, the galaxy went quiet. Then the reactions came. Some species panicked. Some prepared for chaos. Some secretly admired the humans' courage. But others contacted Earth in secret. Small species. Weak species. Those ignored by the triumvirate. Their messages were simple. We believe you. Help us. Jonas allowed himself a rare smile. Prepare the war council. If the galaxy won't unite, then humanity will lead those who will. He looked at Earth's distant blue glimmer on the star map. They wanted to chain us, he murmured. Now they'll beg for us. Outside the viewport, the human fleet formed into a spearhead, ready to face the oncoming darkness. The galaxy had watched in horror as humans stormed out of the assembly. Soon, it would watch in awe. As they stood between civilization and annihilation, HFY